Chris, the Dating Doc, and if you are new to this channel, keep in mind that you need to click and subscribe. I'm the type of guy who holds both men and women accountable. I have advice and tips for both men and women. This is a place, this is a zone for you to learn, for you to connect, for you to learn about yourself. So please make sure to click and subscribe. Dating Doc Raw. What is Dating Doc Raw? It is a version where I'm unedited, unfiltered, and I just say it how it is. So, what are we talking about today? We are going to talk about what is a high value man. How do you define a high value man, right? You hear that a lot through Kevin Samuels' live streams, and it has become part of the diaspora, especially in the manosphere, and also a lot of female content creators have used this. It's part of it's the lexicon now, right? High value man, right? Which is basically a quality guy. But how do you define that quality? And what are some baseline qualities, some traits that define a high value man versus a low value man? So I'm gonna preface this by saying that I know that I have people from all kinds of backgrounds, different age brackets that may agree or disagree with the things that I say. You might say, well, that's not a high value man. That's not alpha, that's beta. Okay, listen up and learn. Because some of you are more addicted to YouTube. You're being a beta simp, being addicted to YouTube, trying to be too alpha. So, what I'm saying is expand your mind, humble yourself, and get ready to learn. All right. So, when I think of a high value man, and this is not just my own thinking, again, I've been doing matchmaking, I've held events for the past 12 years, and obviously also have date coaching clients. And what I've noticed, even from attendees, from clients, and again, some clients are high value man already, and they're looking for that extra edge. And the first thing I'm going to start off with is they display and express leadership traits. They are leaders, bottom line. Now, the thing is, leadership is an art and a science. Leadership is the ability to influence others to accomplish the mission. That's actually one of the definitions when it comes to the Army and how we define leadership. So you have to look at it in a certain kind of way, right? Let's pretend for a second that you are part of a zombie apocalypse, right? There's no governments, there's no political parties, nobody is busy protesting being woke. They're trying to survive. They're trying to avoid zombies and trying to avoid getting caught and bitten by zombies, right? So they're in this survival dystopian type of future, right? So think about this. When there's no titles, when there's no social media clout, leadership keeps people alive. So a high value man, again, using the analogy or using this zombie apocalypse thing, it doesn't matter if he drives a Bugatti. It doesn't matter how much money he has in his bank account. It matters how he is able to calm himself, others, group of people, and motivate them towards something productive. Now, that's different from a low value man who lacks the confidence or self esteem to motivate others. So, first things first, do not think there's a correlation with an alpha male and a leader. As someone who's in the military, I am telling you right now, if you are a douchebag and you think you're being a leader, you are going to eventually be laughed out of the military, or you're not going to get promoted. Because that point of view of the most negative version of an alpha male, they are looking at it more as do as I say, instead of let me understand you as a person and inspire you to accomplish a mission. Now it's more of a I want to be in charge. I want to have the title. I want to have the position. It's a very immature, very emotionally immature, and not so well developed mindset compared to someone who could in theory motivate others by their actions. So that's the first thing about a high value man is being a leader and learning the true art and science of leadership. It is not, again, being boastful and, hey, you got to follow my lead. You got to follow my red pill philosophy, or if not, you're a simp. That doesn't inspire. You're a fool. Okay. What you need to look at it is a way for you to build community. So that's the first thing. The other thing is that there is a hunger to progress. It's not just simply being a hard worker, because you could be working out in a construction company, you can be working as a barista, you could be working as a lawyer. And if you're just living your life 24/7, going to work, coming home, taking a shower, depressed, coming back to work, taking a shower, depressed, you don't have that ability to want to improve or progress as a person. So, someone who has the ability to progress, a man who has the ability to say, I am going to move my chess pieces until I get into a position that I'm truly happy, versus I'm going to settle for a job because it brings me a paycheck and because there's this fear that I lose my job, I'm going to be homeless. There's not that there's not that risk that they're willing to take to progress themselves. They're fine staying static. And again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a high rise lawyer, doesn't matter if you're a barista or a construction worker, you're making solid money. If you're not trying to progress yourself physically, learning something, investing, mastering your financial independence, learning how to communicate, learning emotional intelligence, if you're not progressing, you are not going to be looked at as a high value man. You actually can exude an aura about you if you are the type of man that likes to progress. You could be walking around somewhere, you could walk into a bar and you just have this aura of, I'm always trying to maneuver until things work out in my favor, which again stacks up into that leadership, right? That self confidence. You can't inspire other people if you don't have your own self confidence. So, again, to recap, number one is leadership. Number two is the ability to progress. Now, I'm going to take a pause real quick here because a lot of people think, well, you haven't talked about money yet. That's what a high value man's all about. Yes and no. And I'm able to discern this. I'm able to give a little bit of weight on both of them. Yes, a high value man does have financial stability to where if he wants the option of starting a family, having a wife, there's that financial confidence in that. But no, because there are men that make money that have zero game, zero communication skills. They're not humble. People don't like them, and they're not truly able to attract someone unless it's some sugar baby, sugar daddy type scenario. So it's all transactional, and there's really no umph. There's no pair bonding there. So again, does that make you a high value man if you're rich, but during the zombie apocalypse you get punked out? Or worse yet, you don't survive because the community doesn't want you. Does that really make you a high value man? You're not bringing value during that zombie apocalypse. So, okay, does that really make you a high value man, right? So, we looked at leadership, we looked at the ability to progress. Now, the third one is going to be very much one of those that are up to debate, but it's been researched on the book by David Data called The Way of the Superior Man. Look this up. The Way of the Superior Man by David Data goes into a man who is able to master both masculine and feminine energy. And I know some of these alpha males, these chest pounding alpha males, they're going to get all up in their panties about this. You have to be able to master both your masculine and feminine energy. It is the marriage of alchemy to be able to master your yin and yang. And this is beyond dating. This is beyond woman. This is where you're able to tap into things such as empathy and understanding, caressing, being an active listener, being there for your friends and family, which in some ways is part of that nurturing traits of that energy, as we know, feminine energy. Excuse me. Masculine energy is being able to look at life as if there's a brick wall, an obstacle, you're able to either punch through it, you're able to go over it, you're able to find solutions to problems. And as we know, it's not mutually exclusive. There's women that exude masculine traits, and I don't mean physical traits. I'm talking the masculine energy traits. And then there's men that maybe have an overabundance of female energy and not so much as masculine energy. Or I'm sorry, not the female energy, the feminine energy, not so much as masculine energy. But if you're able to completely think of this as like a Jedi power of being able to find that equilibrium between masculine and feminine energy, you are on your way. Okay, you are on your way to being a complete high value man because you can go to a networking event, you can go out and about, and you can maneuver game, okay, the dating game easily. You don't need pickup lines. You don't need these techniques. You know, oh, let's do the push and pull technique and let's peacock, and you forget all that crap. Oh, my lay count. Oh, what about no? When you can master feminine and masculine energy, you live in a flow to where game is natural. You react to game the right way. A woman can say, man, that guy listens to me, but he's the same type of guy that can pull my hair and spank me. You see what I'm saying? But if you're only the Chad, that's going to run out after a while when your body can't catch up anymore, when you're still acting like you have a 17-year-old mentality and you're in your 40s. Okay, it probably served you well in your 20s and 30s, but after a while, Chad needs to evolve into final form, right? So, shout out to Dragon Ball and anime, right? So again, I'm going to recap real quick. Just keep in mind, we talked about leadership. We talked about the ability to progress, to level up, even if you're doing well financially. You're continuously wanting to learn and progress as a person. And number 3 is the marriage of alchemy, the yin and yang, as they call it, mastering the equilibrium between masculine and feminine energy. Don't forget to click and subscribe. Let me know. Comment below. Tell me, hey, look, you're off base, dude. What are you talking about? Or completely agree. And I have the evidence to back what you said. Again, I recommend the book by David Data, Way the Superior Man. This is Chris, the Dating Doc, signing out. Peace.